Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, Gucci's decided to join us for this evening's live stream, 9:30 p.m. on the dot. She didn't want to be down on the floor, but there she is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the live stream. Say hello. Hope you're all doing well. Where is everybody watching from around the world? I absolutely love hearing from where everybody's actually watching from around the world because it's always fascinating. It is quite late in the evening. I've had a very chaotic day today, but always nice to speak to the community. It's absolutely incredible. We'll wait for a couple more people to get in. Let's have a look here. We've got Philippines in the house tonight. South Africa. Welcome, Nikki. Welcome, Boris. Patrick's in the house. We've got Sweden here. We've got Ireland in the house. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Question, I'm new to your group and I'm hoping you can help. I really fancy Retic, which is launching on the 21st. How will I buy quickly? I'll have to do some more research into that one. We've got Luxembourg. The bull going to make me rich. Welcome, Alvaro. Let's have a look. Scotland's in the house. We've got Netherlands, Mexico. Where is this? Curacao? I have no idea. Let me put her down because she wants to get down. Come on, let's go. Oh, we've got Swan Hill in the house, Chicago. I can't wait to get over to Chicago and try one of those deep dish pizzas I've seen. Incredible. Everyone's coming in now. Look at this. We've got London in the house. Canada's in the house. What else have we got? Grand Risings, England. Haven't seen you on a skateboard yet. Really? I've never skated ever. Well, I have and almost killed myself, to be honest with you. That was hilarious. Argentina, Spain in the house. We've got Bonaro in the house. The UAE. Welcome, Benjamin, from the UAE. Anyway, we've got a few people in here in the house tonight. 91 people. And by the way, this is no bullshit. I've run out of coffee pods and I'm devastated. So who knows where this live stream's going to go tonight. It's been a big day, but we'll get into the live now, ladies and gents. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's always good to see where people are coming on. Birmingham's in the house. Trump pro crypto. Yeah, we're going to get into Donald Trump. I don't like to get political on the channel, but man, there was an interview today with, or I should say like a press conference with Donald Trump. Absolutely wild. So we'll get into that. Let's get into the live stream. And some people will join in, obviously, as the night progresses. All right, massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there. Turn on that little bell notification as well, because as you can see, I love doing these lives, documenting my journey with investing, with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom. And of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. Things are getting pretty wild in this space. Also, if you can give this live stream a thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen, watch it straight through when it goes live on the channel. It would really help me push this out to a lot more people because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. So make sure you give it a good thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. Thank you very much. You guys rock. Also, a little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor yet. So please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose, but you can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto. So be careful, do your own research and due diligence. This live stream is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a few people here now. Let's have a look. Who else have we got? We've got more people from South Africa in the house. What happened to the guitar? The guitar is literally that way. The guitar is always around in my place. We've got Durham in the UK, Long Island in New York. Let's have a look here. We've got an American living in Japan. That is incredible. I can't wait to get to Japan. Honestly, it's one of the places on the planet that I'm just hanging to get to and visit. I cannot wait to do that. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, ladies and gents, there is a lot to get through today. And the Senate committee in the United States literally turned down Gary Gensler, which is absolutely bullish. I can't wait. Anyway, top altcoins in my portfolio. You know, can I just say that a lot of people misunderstand this particular cryptocurrency, which is XPR Proton, right? It is not XRP Ripple. It is XPR Proton, two different projects. All right, I'm just making that very clear. But either way, I'm still bullish on XPR, given the fact that it's an incredible project where you don't necessarily have to send cryptocurrencies with these long-ass wallet addresses. You just literally send it with a username like at the Wall Street Bull. You guys can send me money through the XPR Proton network like that. Anyway, I'm just making that clear because I think there's been a lot of misunderstanding about that. We'll get into this one as well, but look at this. Judge Torres, I'm bullish on Judge Torres, right? Will likely deny the SEC's motion in part for a $2 billion fine, says James Murphy. This is incredibly bullish for XRP and Ripple, the company. I don't think that they're going to end up paying $2 billion, which is utterly insane. And of course, this one's interesting. FTX, right? Sam Bankman-Fried, the guy that's in jail for 25 years for stealing $10 billion. I mean, they've basically said that almost all customers of the bankrupt crypto exchange will get full refunds. This is from a CNBC report. What do you think about that? I'm just curious about this. Let me know in the live chat. Would you ever use FTX again, knowing what happened? Because I honestly would never go near. Like, to be honest, I've never used it, and I didn't trust FTX anyway. And Sam Bankman-Fried, absolute weirdo and a creep. But yeah, I would stay well away from it. But on the flip side to that, and on the positive note of that, I would definitely like to see retail customers get their funds back. Again, it would be nice. So let me know in the live chat. Would you use FTX again? Because I wouldn't. I'm just putting that out there. Now, yesterday I did do the video, which, you know, broke records. Crazy. 9,000 views. Thank you very much to every one of you. I really appreciate that. But the Grayscale has literally withdrawn their Ethereum futures ETF application. And do you think it is a security? 69% of you out of 640 votes said yes, it is a security, which is fascinating. I personally believe that it may be a security. And I think Gary Gensler is well and truly preparing the SEC to go after Ethereum, of course, right? Pending, you know, the Ripple case as well. There may be a significant lawsuit coming for Ethereum, all right? And also, because we are live, I do see all of your live chats questions. So put up your questions and I'll get to them at the end of the live stream. So I want to get to every single one of you. And if you are new to the live stream, let me know where you're watching from. I'm always curious about that. I keep repeating it, but seriously, I want to know where you're from around the world. Because again, one thing I love about cryptocurrencies is it brings a lot of people together from all over the world. It's unbelievable. Now, also, I'm going to go over my dividend investing. I'm going to start incorporating this into my lives and videos. I think it's important for a diversification in investments in general. I think it's very important for cash flow as well. But anyway, coin market cap today, $2.26 trillion. We've got down 15%. That is significant, right? 35% down, $62 billion in trading volume. That is incredibly low. 53% on the Bitcoin dominance, and Ethereum is probably around about 16 or 17. Actually, let's have a look. We'll scroll down here. It's at 15% today. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about right here. You see how the market cycle is, aka in the absolute red. There's blood in the streets, right? For me, this is not financial advice by any means. This is the ideal time I like to dollar cost average into my investments. You do not buy at the market top. Don't be those bunnies and those idiots that buy at the peak of the bull market when Bitcoin's absolutely going parabolic and then wait for it to come back down. No, you do not do that. That's not what I do. I buy when there's fear in the markets and there's all chaos all over the place. This is the perfect time I literally like to buy in, all right? And of course, that volume in trading is significantly low. When Bitcoin broke, it's just briefly broke above it, just a little nib above its all-time high. When was that? Probably after that bull market, or that, sorry, when the ETFs were approved in January. And, you know, it was around about 150 to $200 billion in trading volume in 24 hours. So, yeah, very, very different at the moment. Perfect time. I like this. Just accumulation, right? Bitcoin sitting at $61,043.39. It just changed here, down 2.06%. Ethereum sitting at $2,974 US today. We've got Solana at $142, XRP's at 51 cents, Dogecoin at 14 cents. Is anyone still holding on to Dogecoin? Let me know in the live chat. I'm curious. Always about, Dogecoin. I mean, I've been holding it, well before Elon Musk started pumping the absolute shit out of this. So we'll see how we go. It's gone a lot quieter though, to be honest. I mean, I think he got in trouble from Gary Gensler, in the SEC for, manipulating markets. I don't know. Toncoin sitting at $5.97. That is pumping today, up 4.82%. Cardano's at 45 cents. Shiba Inu's down 0.7%, 70, sorry. Polkadot as well, 6.82, $6.82. Link's at $13. Gucci's going absolutely apeshit right now. Thanks, Bubba. This is live. I can't handle what she's just wild. She loves going wild. ICP $11. Uniswap here down $7.25. ETC $27. Hedera's at 10 cents. Aptos $8. Let's have a look at some other favorites. XLM is at 10 cents. I get a lot of questions about exchange coins as well, like OKB or Crypto.com or Crow. I do not invest in those. Just putting that out there. Immutable X at $2.03. WIF is down 3.72% today, which is interesting. $2.80. We've got Optimism at $2.56. She's literally going crazy right now. This is live. I can't control it. So just bear with me, guys. 3 cents for VeChain right now. Again, it does my head in, but I still love it. Sui is at $1 right now. And we'll get into all of these tokenomics at the end. Say's at 51 cents today, which is nice. Quant is at $97. What is going on with Quant during this live stream? Very interesting. I mean, this has been flatlining for, nearly 15 months now. So again, I bought into, when was it? I bought Quant, it was 80 Australian dollars, I think 60 US. So it's getting close to my entry point on Quant. Interesting. I might just keep buying more of that. World is at $5.46. Axie Infinity, $7.14. I was staking, earning passive income from Axie Infinity, and I'm well and truly wanting to find somewhere to stake that again. But again, that's being controlled. Let's scroll down here. I'm not going to get into the rest of the BS apart from XYO, XDC, and Reef. Very, very nice cryptocurrencies. All right. Welcome to the live stream. Anyway, let's go to Wall Street Bull University again. This is my official Patreon page where I post up all my buys, sells, trades, indicators, trading bots, dividend investing, the dividend stocks that I'm dollar cost averaging into every single week. So go join up to this. It's very, very bullish. 1,991 posts, which is really nice. Another 9 posts. I'm going to hit 2,000. That is incredible. The community is awesome as well. And of course, you can copy my trading bots from 3 commas, which is working, has not stopped. Quickly looking at 3 commas as well. They are an official sponsor of my channel. Links are below to this. You can get a discount, excuse me, if you are using that referral link below in the video description. And also, these spot trading bots, you just simply set and forget them. No BS, right? If you haven't used any trading software, I've been using this now for coming up to, nearly 3 years. And I mean, last year was insane in itself. We literally had traders making, I kid you not, between $800 to $1,000 per day. $7,000 a week. It was absolutely ridiculous, to the point where, people were wanting to try this out. And then the change happened with OKX, with the derivatives trading. So it got a little bit boring there after a while because they shut down derivatives trading and you need to become a wholesale client in Australia, which is an absolute pain in the ass. You have to fill out a 10 to 15 question multiple choice survey in order to qualify as a wholesale client. Then after that process, you need to have an accountant, kid you not, your accountant verify that your assets are $2.5 million or above. For an individual, you need to be earning $250,000 annually, or if you're a corporation or a company, you need to be holding $10 million in assets. I kid you not. This is what the Australian government has imposed on derivatives trading here. So Company, $10 million in assets. I think it's gross assets, right? Net assets, if you're a personal just investor or trader, $2.5 million in net assets, right? Or 250,000. This is what the Australian government does to crypto traders. Kid you not. So that was a big FU to the Australian government. So we moved to Bybit, and I'm using both Bybit and OKX. That is pretty much it. So I've got my bot set up on Bybit, trading long positions with 5x leverage. I don't want to go any more crazier than that at the moment because the market's still a little bit flat, all right? So that is 3 commas, and of course I've got the positions opened up as an example on OKX. Let's have a look down here. 20 positions trading for me with Solana. We've got Immutable X, Matic, Ethereum. We have ETC as well, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin, of course, Mina, AVAX, XRP, that's a given, and Chainlink. So that is trading for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I only have a small amount in here at the moment trading because I'm waiting to push in more capital. Excuse me, but we're up 38% on the month. That's $295. And it's just started pouring rain. How good is that in Melbourne? Anyway, that's all in the Wall Street Bull University, guys. Go join up. The link is in the video description. Now, let's go to my favorite crypto bubbles. In the hour, it's all in the green. And it's still incredibly low, and there are plenty of opportunities. This is how I like to look at things. There are plenty of opportunities going to this. Now, Leo, Eunice said Leo. This thing's been going, crazy. 65% return. That in itself is wild. 65% return when the average S&P 500 returns between 8 to 10 if you're lucky. So 65 is still incredible. I do not invest in this, but it's $5.95. Let's have a look here. On the day, let's go to the day. Hex. Does anyone invest in Hex? I'm just curious about this. And I'm not entirely sure what's happened with Richard Hart, the founder of Hex, or if he's in jail or he's on the run. I don't know. I never got into Hex. People have made good money off this, but people have lost big. It's in the pennies right now, and it's still up 45% this year. I'm steering clear of that. When a founder of a crypto project literally goes and shops all over the world with people's money, I don't like that. Yeah. Just putting that out there. Anyway, Toncoin is up 5.1 today as well. 207% on the year at $6. Very, very nice to see Toncoin. And of course, there are definitely opportunities like Sui, for example, at $1. I'm incredibly bullish on that as well. It works out to be about $1.30 Australian for us. So Australians always get the worst end of this. I'm just putting that out there. Anyway, let's get into the news. And if you're new to the live stream, welcome to the live stream. I'm going to have a little bit of this. I have to give that up for sure. Got to stay fit. Let's have a look here. SEC. And they've been actually destroyed today in the US Senate, which is nice. But the SEC is still continuing to argue that the $2 billion penalty against Ripple is needed and slams the $10 million counter proposal. They're unbelievable. The Securities and Exchange Commission is pushing back against Ripple's claim that it should pay fewer fines. According to a recent court filing, the SEC has said Ripple should pay close to $2 billion in fines for selling XRP to institutional investors. In its opposition motion filed last month, Ripple argued that the figure should be closer to $10 million. The SEC noted that its proposed penalty was large, but it said Ripple's proposed penalty would be a slap on the wrist. A slap on the wrist. $2 billion slap on the wrist. I don't think so. To the contrary, it would encourage other crypto asset issuers to violate Section 5 by making it remarkably lucrative endeavor and thus deprive investors the disclosures Congress mandates and a mere cost of doing business, the SEC lawyers said. They're absolute clowns, honestly. The SEC and Ripple have been battling in court for years after the SEC accused the firm of raising $1.3 billion through the sale of XRP, which is an unregistered security. Well, it's not. Last year, Judge Torres of New York ruled that some of Ripple's sales called programmatic of the XRP did not violate securities because the blind bid process in place for them. She did, however, rule that the other direct sales of the token to institutional, investors were securities. What do you think the fine's going to be? I'm curious about this. Let me know what your opinion is. Do you think it's going to be $10 million? Do you think it'll be $20 million? Do you think it'll be $30, $100 million, maybe $300 million? I mean, I'm just curious to know because it's definitely going to be in a significant range, and I really doubt that Judge Torres is going to allow the SEC to go ahead with this $2 billion fine. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. Now, this is some bullish news that I just saw late afternoon, and the House votes to nullify the SEC's anti-crypto banking guidance, SAB 121, technical terms, which is interesting. And the United States House of Representatives has voted to pass a bill overturning the controversial Securities and Exchange guidance preventing banks from owning crypto. President Joe Biden, right? I mean, I'm not getting political, but I think he just needs to retire and just relax somewhere and have a pina colada, have a... what are those drinks called, man? Anyway, have a Negroni. How about that? Have a Negroni, Joe Biden. Chill out, mate. Go relax. Anyway, so he warned earlier in the day that he would veto a new bill if it were to make it basically on his desk, which is ridiculous. And on May 8th, the House voted to pass bipartisan bill titled the HJ Res 109, overturning the SEC's Special Accounting Bulletin, or SAB 121, requiring banks to hold their customers' crypto assets on their balance sheets, which is not the case for traditional assets such as securities. Republican Party Representative Mike Flood, who introduced the resolution SAB 121, was unfair for banks looking to custody crypto, as custodial assets are always considered off the balance sheet. Notably, 21 members of the Democratic Party voted in favor of the bill, which combined the 207 votes from Republicans saw the bill pass, basically 288 votes to 182. Despite the bill passed in the House of Representatives, President Biden stated he would veto the new bill. So, I mean, Joe Biden is really against cryptocurrencies. He's probably getting too many brown paper bags under the table. And yes, we get into Joe Biden as well. Vows to kill bill to retract SEC crypto banking policy. And the US House of Representatives again approved this resolution demanding that the Securities and Exchange Commission roll back its anti-crypto banking policies. And the White House preemptively declared that it will be vetoed if passed. And with the disapproval resolution, the House is taking a stand to ensure that such significant changes go through proper public rulemaking process, said Amanda Russo, Director of Communications at the Crypto Council for Innovation, in a statement shared on Decrypt. This is vital maintaining a competitive and innovative financial landscape. And there is an interview with with Donald Trump we're going to watch in a minute. It's going to be very, very interesting. So stay close to that. Solana breakout. Crypto analyst confirms Solana is ready to cross $200. And I'm just taking off my boots right now because I've been in them all day. But what do you think about Solana? I'm incredibly bullish on Solana. Had previously touched $200 earlier in the year, but this was only for a brief period before declining back down to $150, which is like, 240 or 50 Australian dollars. It was a lot of money. At this point, the Solana indicators are beginning to flash bullish, prompting crypto analysts to predict a resurgence above $200 for the altcoin. Bring it on. Absolutely bring it on. I cannot wait. I think Solana is definitely going to have a run like Ethereum did in the previous bull market. Polkadot as well. This is definitely in my portfolio. Rolls out, I'm not going to even pronounce this, what is asynchronous right here, backing to boost network activity and transaction speed. And basically a pivotal upgrade enhancing the network's flexibility and block space allocation and overall performance. Very, very nice to see Polkadot doing some updates right there. And we have pop-ups. I hate these effing pop-ups. They drive me crazy. Bitcoin whales accumulating $941 million in Bitcoin in 24 hours as prices drop. Whales are buying up Bitcoin. Institutions are buying up Bitcoin, which is insane. Bitcoin whales have begun to make substantial Bitcoin purchases signaling the market participants' entrance into the reaccumulation phase. According to a tweet on blockchain analytics platform Sentiment, large investors holding 1,000 to 10,000 Bitcoin collectively accumulated more than $941 million of the asset in the past 24 hours. I would love $900 million. That would be unbelievable. That would be very, very nice to see that. Are you still dollar cost averaging, ladies and gents? Are you still dollar cost averaging? Because I am Now, again, Solana could surpass Ethereum in transaction fees, and in turn, that could rewrite the dynamics of the world of cryptocurrency. And Solana seems poised to surpass Ethereum in terms of transaction fees within the next week. This event would, if it were to occur, would not only strengthen Solana's positioning in the sector, but could also further solidify its label as the Ethereum killer, despite the technical challenges and network interruptions it had recently faced. And interesting though, Ethereum, long considered the undisputed leader in decentralized applications and decentralized finance, or DeFi, is known for its high transaction fees, especially during the network usage peaks. This has led many developers and users to seek cheaper and more efficient alternatives, a niche in which Solana has begun to stand out. And thanks to its promise to speed and significantly lower transaction costs, Solana has made its way in the field of blockchain with the promise of processing, this is crazy, 65,000 transactions per second, compared to the capacity of Ethereum, which currently revolves around 30 transactions per second. 65,000 transactions per second. Yes, that is definitely why Visa has partnered with them. Now, we're not going to get into Donald Trump because we're going to get on that on X. And yes, the ETFs have had zero outflows, which is really nice to see that. Honestly, these Bitcoin ETF, these outflows have been absolutely ridiculous and cost a lot of people a lot of money because the market crashes, because we're trading with leverage. So just be careful with leverage trading, ladies and gents. Anyway, let's go to cryptometer.io, see where the money's going. Ethereum, BNB, Bitcoin, Solana. We have TRX, Tron, Arbitrum, Velo, Near Protocol. What do we got here? API 3, Pepe, I'm trading that, and AVAX. Very, very nice. Gosh, I'd love a freaking cup of coffee right now, but I've run out of pods. How good is that? Anyway, let's go to X. Thank you to those 6,439 people. You guys absolutely rock. And yes, this is my official X account. There are fake accounts out there that are verified. And don't even get me started on TikTok, because I don't even know why TikTok is not verifying my account. But honestly, there's like, I kid you not, probably like 400 fake accounts. So don't go and follow the wrong ones. Use the links below. Let's have a look here. Whales have been buying relentlessly in the past 2 months. Probably nothing. Yes, I'm definitely buying more Bitcoin. Now, we've got, this is one of the best advertisements for Bitcoin you will ever see. Let me see if this actually works. I want to play this right now. It's 1 minute. Like, look at this.
What is this archaic system?
Mother's maiden name? Ebowitz?
You're telling me this guy is how things get verified.
That's my job.
I'm just saying, you shouldn't have to buy $10 worth of gum if you just want 79 cents worth of gum. Why do you get charged your money to take your money from your account? And if you're out of money, they charge you for being out of money?
What?
An overseas transfer takes 5 days?
Business days.
Why?
What are they using? A Zeppelin?
I deposited the check Monday.
But Monday was a bank holiday.
Why is this the way it is?
A bank holiday?
This system
What's a bank holiday?
makes no sense.
This makes no sense.
Who designed this system?
Ma'am?
Is this really the best we can do?
Hello?
Don't we deserve better?
Love that. How good is that? That is awesome. We've got $438 billion asset manager, Susquehanna. That name is just ridiculous. Come on. Discloses $1.3 billion in Bitcoin ETF portfolio, which is nice. Yes, that is yours truly. Now, this is what I want to play. US Congressman Patrick McHenry also gives a speech supporting the overturning of the SEC rule that prevents regulated financial firms from custodying Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. He argues that banks should also be custodying. I haven't had a coffee, Bulls. Spot Bitcoin ETF funds. Have a look at this. Have a look at this.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of this bipartisan resolution of disapproval. This resolution is an essential effort to protect consumers and foster innovation in digital assets markets. It's also critical to stop the Securities and Exchange Commission's regulatory power grabs and efforts to circumvent the Administrative Procedures Act. I want to thank my friend, Congressman Flood of Nebraska, a leader on financial innovation and digital asset policy, for introducing this bipartisan resolution. Staff Accounting Bulletin, or SAB 121, is one of the most glaring examples of the current Securities and Exchange Commission's reign of overreach. Through SAB 121, the Commission is trying to dictate how financial institutions and firms safeguard America's assets, in particular here, digital assets, under the guise of so-called staff guidance. Let me explain why this is deeply concerning. Because they call it a staff guidance, the Securities and Exchange Commission could avoid public comment and the rulemaking process governed by the Administrative Procedures Act, or APA. Now, this is whereby the public gets to give an opinion back or expertise back to the agency so they can improve the rulemaking by listening to the public. This is a long-standing process here in the United States. And not only did the Securities and Exchange Commission bypass Congress and the Comptroller General, but the Commission did not even consult with other financial regulators, prudential regulators responsible for overseeing banks prior to issuing SAB 121. Thanks to the work of the House Financial Services Committee and my friend, Senator Lummis, the GAO rightly deemed SAB 121 a rule for purposes of the Congressional Review Act, providing Congress with the opportunity to right the wrong of agency action. SAB 121 requires financial institutions and firms that are safeguarding their customers' digital assets to hold those assets on their balance sheet. That means banks would be required to take on significant capital, liquidity, and other costs under the existing prudential regulatory framework. This essentially makes it cost prohibitive for financial institutions to custody their customers' digital assets. Now, this is a massive deviation for how highly regulated banks are traditionally required to treat assets they hold on behalf of their customers. Now, this is the point that everyone can understand. This is a change that harms consumers and makes them less protected. It's not a change for the better, clearly. It limits the options for consumers and increases concentration risk to the financial system. And perhaps even worse, it could leave America's assets vulnerable in the event of a bank failure, just as we saw with Silicon Valley Bank last year. If you want Americans' assets to be protected, they should be held in custody, not on a bank balance sheet. And if you want Americans to be able to engage with digital assets safely and securely, banks, which are some of the most highly regulated entities in our country and in the world, are probably the best places for them to be kept. Unfortunately, SAB 121 makes this nearly impossible. We hear a lot from our Democrat colleagues about consumer protection. And if that concern is genuine, and I think it is, they should support Congressman Flood's bipartisan resolution that's before us today. Let me give you one example of why this guidance is problematic. The Securities and Exchange Commission recently approved 11 Bitcoin ETFs, which allow everyday investors to gain exposure to this new technology.
Listen to this.
It's a decade old, but it's relatively new. Of those 11, 0, and I repeat 0, use banks as their primary custodian. Instead, all that risk is now concentrated in a few entities. So let's do a quick recap. The Securities and Exchange Commission, through Staff Accounting Bulletin 121, upended traditional custody practices. So just like you hold a stock with a stockbroker, it's held in custody. That means that that entity, if it goes bankrupt, your asset is still protected. It is held in custody and safeguarded as if it's in a safe. And so we want digital assets to be treated the same way that we treat other digital other assets and protected. So this Staff Accounting Bulletin upends traditional custody practices for banking institutions, and it made a joke of the rulemaking process and ignored other regulatory agencies and market participants that are impacted by this bulletin. That's a bad process and even worse policy outcomes. So if you want consumers to be protected in digital assets markets, vote yes on this resolution. If you want to return bank custody practices to the tried, tested, and successful approach that we've had in this country for centuries, then vote yes. If you support financial innovation, you should vote yes as well. And finally, if you want to send a message that rogue regulators cannot circumvent Congress and our well-established rulemaking process, vote yes. So let's bring this common sense, this level of common sense into the world of the digital asset debate or crypto, and bring consumer protection back to this marketplace where it needs to be. And with that, I encourage my colleagues to vote yes on this Congressional Review Act. But finally, I want to thank Congressman Flood on the Republican side and Congressman Nickel on the Democratic side for their leadership on this important time. With that, Mr. Speaker, I reserve the balance of my time.
There you go. Very, very nice to see that. I mean, Gary Gensler is literally not a favorite individual or regulator in Congress, that is for sure. Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 55. Plan B putting out some incredible charts as well. Looking forward to the red dots next 12 months. Bring it on. I am definitely looking forward to that. The EU, Europe Securities Authority is exploring adding Bitcoin and crypto exposure to its $12 trillion investment market. Bring it on. Can't wait for that. Yes, these are all the partners of Ripple. Let's just sink into this for a moment. I know a few banks on here. We've got ING in here. We've got HSBC. Let's have a look here. There's so many of them. These are all the banks for Ripple, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lot. Accenture's in there. We've got all the partnerships as well. Microsoft, NEC. Let's have a look. PwC, Accountants, I believe, RBS as well. Royal Bank of, I can't remember which bank that is. To be honest, there's so many. Westpac is down the bottom here. We've got UBS as well. So many. Wells Fargo, they're all partnered with Ripple. Come on. FTX says that almost all customers of the bankrupt crypto exchange will get their refunds back. Interesting, and they will profit the difference. Bitcoin up 16K to 62,000. Solana is $8 to $150. That's mind-blowing. Ethereum is, back when FTX collapsed, $1,300. He's now sitting at 3,000, or thereabouts, just below 3,000 US dollars. Now we've got Congressman French Hill gives a speech supporting overturning the SEC rule that prevents regulated financial firms from custodying Bitcoin or holding Bitcoin. Just want to point out as well that Coinbase has literally the only company, or the majority of these ETFs, custodying with Coinbase, which is crazy when you think about that. Have a look at French Hill right here.
I was recognized for 3 minutes.
Well, thank Chairman McHenry and thank Congressman Flood of Nebraska for this excellent work in this Congressional Review Act resolution to roll back the SEC's failure in their staff accounting bulletin 121. It would reshape the business of custody in this country. This is not just about crypto. This is a sweeping rule that the SEC has implemented without following the Administrative Procedures Act. The GO says it's a rule. Well, if it's a rule, it needs to go through the Administrative Procedures Act and have a comment period and get people involved, because as Ranking Member Waters noted, they did not consult with the banking regulators who have the primary role of supervising custody in this country. A custodian is someone who holds your assets for you, whether it's shares of stock or acres of forest land or rental house or 10 Bitcoin. Holding reserves against the assets in custody is not standard financial services practice. This staff accounting bulletin is misguided. It requires that money be set aside for that category of assets, of digital assets in custody. It's part of a broader attack by the Biden administration to treat digital assets differently from all other assets. And that doesn't make any sense to House Republicans. Under Mr. McHenry's leadership and Mr. Thompson's leadership of the Ag Committee, we have a fit-for-purpose approach that, in fact, directs the SEC and the CFTC how to handle digital assets. Unfortunately, this accounting bulletin is in the wrong direction. That's why we have the Congressional Review Act. That's why we're using Article 1 authority under the Constitution to say this is the wrong direction and that we will all come to this House floor and say it should be repealed and sent back. And I would remind my friends on the other side of the aisle, senior Biden official, Vice Chairman Barr of the Fed, Acting Comptroller Sue, all testified before our committee. They were not consulted by the SEC about this staff accounting bulletin. It is a significant change. It is a rule. It should have gone to the Administrative Procedures Act and be out for public comment. That's why I thank the gentleman from Nebraska for leading the charge on this important resolution. I urge adoption, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields back.
They really don't like Gary Gensler. Like, honestly, they do not like him. That's the view I'm getting anyway. The last time the Financial Services Committee got together, he got absolutely destroyed by Patrick McHenry. Anyway, that was wild. Argentina, largest electricity producer and mine Bitcoin powered by standard gas and 1,200 Bitcoin mining machines. That is a lot of Bitcoin mining machines. Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong now hold 4,350 Bitcoin. Rumors are swirling around of a pending approval into Hong Kong Stock Connect, which would allow mainland Chinese to invest and ignite the market. I'm not kidding. If that were to happen, look out. I mean, that would just be absolutely wild for Bitcoin and investors. That would send the price soaring. Robinhood reports a $26 billion worth of cryptocurrencies under custody in Q1 of this year. That is a lot. And Tom Emmer, I like this congressman because he puts out some bullish tweets, but the House just passed the US Rep Mike Flood's bipartisan resolution to overturn Gary Gensler's illegal SAB 121 rule. I'm proud to be a co-sponsor of this effort. And Tom Emmer, honestly, is incredibly bullish on cryptocurrencies. Now, this is what I want to play you. The press conference from Donald Trump. Have a look at this. He basically says he's incredibly bullish on crypto and does not want it to leave the United States, which is what Gary Gensler is forcing these companies and projects to do. Have a listen to this.
Thank you for the statement. Yeah, with the goggles on.
A lot of the smartest people in crypto are moving their businesses out of the U.S. because they're scared of the U.S.'s regulations.
Because of the hostility.
Correct.
Yeah, crypto is moving out of the U.S. because of hostility toward crypto.
Correct. So what are you going to do to stop it?
Well, we'll stop it because I don't want that. I want that. If we're going to embrace it, we have to let them be here.
Yes, sir.
How good are those sunnies? They're great. Have a listen to this one as well about Joe Biden. Have a look at this.
They are against it. The Biden doesn't even know what it is. If you ask Biden, sir, are you for or against crypto? What's that? What the? Get me off the stage. He's saying, get me off the stage. No, he has no idea. But look, Gensler is very much against it. The Democrats are very much against it. And I say this, a lot of people are very much for it. Probably a lot of the people in this group. And I'm fine with it. I want to make sure it's good and solid and everything else, but I'm good with it. And if you like crypto in any form, and it comes in a lot of different forms, if you're in favor of crypto, you better vote for Trump. They are against it.
I hope my channel doesn't get banned for that. I'm just putting that out there, but gosh, you got to start looking when I guess the Biden administration is starting to literally shut off cryptocurrency investing in the United States. And I mean, that has a flow-on effect as well worldwide, okay? Then we've got Paul Grewal, who is Coinbase's attorney. I'm fairly sure it is. But the SAB 121 re-appeal passed the 21D yes votes, all despite an inexcusable presidential veto threat. Thank you to these independent thinkers, the political tides increasingly turn in favor of sensible rules for cryptocurrency. History is not going to be kind on the holdouts, which is interesting. And yes, of course, we've got President Joe Biden will not support Bitcoin custody by any institutions, which is ridiculous. Could become the only regulated currency based in the United States, and that is XRP, because it is not a security. In the XRPL, thank you Jack the Rippler for this tweet as well, but the XRPL DeFi will likely explode as massive money will shift the top DeFi token on the XRPL, which is nice. And here's the statement from the Biden administration. I'm not going to go into that in detail, but what do you think about that? Wild, right? Grayscale literally had 0 outflows. Finally, 0. Very, very nice. I'm a happy man tonight. 0 freaking outflows from Grayscale. Thank you very much. Anthony Scaramouche, the Mooch, former President Trump's associate right here, but the latest in a string of misguided anti-crypto errors by the Elizabeth Warren administration that could cost them the election. The single issue Bitcoin/crypto voting block is significant. And yeah, they just don't want people to hold crypto. And that is pretty much it. Now, we do have the SEC, Stuart Alderodi. Just quickly, we're going to touch on this, and then I'll get to your questions. So if you have your questions, put them up now. Go for it, Bulls. There's 250 people currently watching. 950 have joined us. Absolutely nice. If there's 250 of you, I want to see 250 questions. I don't care what they are. Just put them up in the live chat. Let's have a bit of fun with this, all right? Stuart Alderodi, more of the same from the SEC. Failing to faithfully apply the law and trying to pull the wool over the judge's eyes. The good news is that we are closer than ever to putting this lawsuit behind us, though unfortunately many are just starting the journey. We trust the court will approach the remedies phase fairly. I think Judge Torres will do that. And just when you think the SEC can't sink any lower, if you are a financial regulator outside the United States and have done the hard work of establishing comprehensive crypto licensing frameworks, know that the SEC has no respect, literally no respect. I've just missed myself here. No respect for you, and you think you're handing out the equivalent of, let me just get this. 1 second, guys. Where are we going here? Sorry, comprehensive crypto license frameworks, and the SEC has no respect for you and thinks that you're handing out the equivalent of phishing licenses. And I thought that was hilarious yesterday. It's no BS. I mean, honestly, it's hideous what the SEC is doing in the United States. And this man was mining 1 Bitcoin per day from his $800 bedroom setup in 2011. Take me back, baby. I would love to do that. Wow. I mean, this is wild. Have a look at this.
Elliott. I'm an internet developer. I am a Bitcoin miner. Bitcoin is a decentralized cryptocurrency, basically a virtual form of money. Bitcoin is controlled by a software algorithm. In order to control the amount of Bitcoins that are released into the economy, the algorithm determines that there's only so many that are mined during a certain period of time.
Imagine mining 1 Bitcoin per day. That's, I mean, in equivalence to today's value, what is it, $60,000? That is just madness. $60,000 a day. I wonder if he's kept it all. Anyway, let's get to your live chat questions. This has gone on for 50 minutes now, and thank you very much to those 988 people that have tuned in and 258 that are currently watching. I'm going to get to all of your questions now. There should be 258 questions right now. Very, very nice. Let's scroll all the way back up here. Let's go to all of your questions. Let's have a look. Let's get into this. I'm going to start off here. What do you think is the thing about Solana Sol? That is from Japan 24K, if you're still watching the live stream. Solana's incredibly bullish. I mean, the utility of the project and the speeds, I just read that out earlier, but 65,000 transactions per second. And you wonder why Visa has taken up that partnership with Solana. Things are going to be absolutely changing the game here. And yeah, I honestly believe it will have a run up. And if I go to the last year alone, it is still up 586%. So, I mean, had you have put $1,000 in there, you'd be sitting on 5,000. It's basically like 5x, right? So, I mean, to get 10x, they need to be going up like 1,000%. It's crazy, crazy. Very, very bullish on that. Gibraltar has got a bank for crypto. That is very nice. Victoria, let's have a look. Let's go crypto blunt. FTX, I'm lucky I never did. Yeah, I would stay clear of FTX. I wouldn't go anywhere near it. Greg O, Canada's in the house. Let's have a look. We've got Russia, love peace, love crypto, love XRP. That's awesome. Morning from Spain. Good morning from Spain. Is it morning there now? It's probably afternoon now. Have an espresso. Same in Canada for crypto. Max 30K if you make less than 200K a year. Yeah, that's horrible. See? I mean, Canada and Australia are very similar. I mean, we're part of the, the whole, you know, UK, whatever, all of that. Commonwealth, there you go. Mental blank. This is what happens when I don't have espresso. I'm not sharp enough. It's been a long day. Would you, Tim Ash, would you give any value to the information provided by the... Hang on. Would you give any value to the information provided by the hourly on crypto bubbles? I can do that, Tim Ash. Let's have a look. Let's go to crypto bubbles on the hourly. I'm just curious about that. All right, so we've got crypto bubbles back up on the hour, Tim. So yeah, look, everything's in the green. This is what happens. When you know, I always look at the day and the hour. I mean, I don't really trade the hour, to be honest. But you know, I tend to look at the daily as well. But I mean, just a sea of green at the moment, which is nice. So good to see that as well. It's picking back up in the week. Let's have a look. It's a bit mixed. And on the month, it's just a sea of red. So again, very, very nice dollar cost averaging opportunities. But yeah, crypto bubbles on the hour, very, very nice. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. 100 billion XRP, lol. I don't care, just end the case. This is Chaka right here. 4 years for the decision is way too long. Just make a decision. Yeah, Judge Torres will definitely do that. Let's go back to CoinMarketCap. Go back to the coins right here. Let's go to my list. Let's have a look here. Fine should be $3. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Lyndon, for sure. Peter, we've got the fine should be against the SEC. Ripple should be awarded all legal and court costs for their scam against Innovator. All sales of those would be using coins used for doing transfers. Peter, I agree with you in regards to that. Honestly, I think the SEC should have to, you know, cough up their side of the legal fees as well. Don't worry, they're just using taxpayers' money, because I guarantee you that they wouldn't be spending hundreds of millions of dollars in lawyers' legal fees if it was their own money. They just wouldn't do it. Any news about Hong Kong ETFs and their impact? Yeah, again, 4,500 Bitcoin in all the Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong. So very, very nice to see that. Nardis from South Africa, welcome. Good morning from Texas. I love Texas. I want to go to Texas so bad. Cowboy boots, man. I'm going to be obsessed with them. Rango, hi Anthony. I'm considering loading up on XDC. How bullish are you on XDC this bull run? Very, very bullish on XDC. Trade finance. It is definitely undervalued, and it is part of the, you know, the banking system as well. And coins, ISO 2022, compliant. It's definitely a sleeper. And by the way, they are tokenizing gold. They're not being backed by gold, but XDC, Sinfin, I should say, is tokenizing gold on the Sinfin network. So in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. Go look that up. It's incredible. I love it. Good morning from WA State. Did we have another bank over here go down last week? I'm not sure about that. Definitely. McHenry is just all talk, sadly, Joe. Well, he grilled Gary Gensler in the last Senate committee last year. Let's have a look. We all know crypto regulations are coming, but hopefully the investments we all have in the right choice. Yes, Trisso, pick the right coins. Don't pick bullshit meme coins that you hear that are going to launch on an exchange. Yeah, all right, you can make money in it. I've tried it. You can make money before it gets listed on a crypto exchange, but in the long run, they'll just go to zero and you'll get wrecked. Let's have a look here. Pennsylvania's in the house. I'm not going to get into that. Morning, bro, from New Zealand. Morning, North Carolina. How much XRP is enough to hold? Whatever you can afford. And by the way, you know, you got to understand that it's based on what you can afford. I know it's very tough out there at the moment for a lot of people around the world, and especially in Australia at the moment. So having that disposable income is a bit difficult at the moment. So, you know, put whatever you guys can afford into these crypto assets, and don't go and invest in something stupid that you can afford to lose, right? You can't afford to lose. Gensler killed AMC shares. Yeah, I agree. Good morning from Virginia. Let's have a look here. Joe. It's zeros game. First 10 XRP, then 100, then 1,000, then 10,000. If you can try for 100,000 XRP, that should be enough to make $1 million peak this bull run. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. At 51 cents, that would be, you know, it's big dollars. That's a significant amount of money. Gensler now marathon runner, says it all. Is he really? Interesting. Let's have a look here from the Sunshine Coast. Send some of that sunshine down here, please. The weather is absolutely horrible and cold. Trump for 2024. I'm not going to comment on politics, so I'll probably get blacklisted and banned and lose my channel. No espresso, Patrick. No, I have not had an espresso. I've run out of pods, so I'm going back to the traditional Italian percolator. So yeah, it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to cook that one up. But it's strong and it's good when it's ready. And the whole house smells like coffee. It's fantastic. I love it. Malta in the house. Let's have a look here. Hello again. How's the Trisso? How's the family? Dude, family's good. Let's have a look here. 6 years holding and won't sell. My family won't ask me why I didn't invest. There you go. Big question. Will Ripple... this is from Charles in the chat. Will Ripple stop the XRP burn when the court case is finalized? I believe they need to keep XRP around permanently or till the next best thing. Yeah, I think they will stop the escrow anyway. I mean, they're always going to hold some escrow to balance out whatever they're doing. But the burn will stop. I should say, well, the automatic market maker will kick in as well. So some XRP will be burned, but again, I think the escrow is going to stop at one point. There is definitely a stop ending point for that. After XRP, what is your favorite crypto? Otto2560, Solana. And then it's SUI, then it's SAB, then it's LCX. And then of course we've got HBAR, Quant, Algorand, IOTA, some other bullish gems right there. Let's have a look here. Keep going down. Isn't the word Q just the letter Q followed by 4 silent letters? Yeah, well, that's an observation. Hold the line, fellas. Yes, I agree. Let's have a look. When moon. Everyone says when moon. Patience. Have some patience. This is the way. Full Nerdburger shit right here. What's that show called, by the way? This is the way. That little... what's his name? Grogu? Star Wars. Mandalorian. There we go. Got it. Some of your questions are hilarious. Should vegetarians eat animal crackers? Yeah. I mean, are they vegetarian or what is it? Vegan? Maybe? I don't know. Afternoon from Northumberland right here in the UK. How do you handcuff a one-armed man? Come on, these are getting stupid now. Come on. Oh, God. Love the chart right here. Ankles. Oh, my God. What do we got here? Oh, this is getting wild. Just pull SEC funding. Yeah, I agree. They should pull the SEC funding. They should pay the fine for using crypto. If the bill gets passed, Biden has already said he will veto it. Yeah, that's right. But, they're just going to keep pushing. What do you think of Theta and the future of the New Edge cloud? I'm very bullish on Theta. I had a colleague tell me about that ages ago. They've got some incredible patents, by the way. I should review and do a video on Theta. It's been a while. It's definitely been sitting there gathering dust in cold storage, but some of their patents are incredible. Definitely a sleeper. Let's have a look here. When XRP goes off, I will fly you over to Texas to get a couple of pairs of Takova's boots. Don't tell me about these brand boots, mate, because I'm going to go look them up and end up buying a couple of pairs. That's for sure. Like, I'm big on my boots. Like, ridiculous. It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. It's a good habit, but it's a bad habit because I just collect them. Cowboy boots. I love them. Gensler should have to pay Ripple legal fees. Yep, definitely. I think he should. Will Gensler needs to learn to run. I don't even know what he does for fitness. I don't even want to know. It makes me sick. I just feel ill. It makes me like cringe. It's like an ick. I don't even want to think about Gensler. It just makes me ick. I wish Elon would buy YouTube so we could have free speech here. Greetings from Puerto Rico. Yeah, look, I mean, that would be big money. He'd need a few $1 billion to buy YouTube from Google. And they wouldn't sell that. No way they'd sell YouTube. Use boiled water from the kettle for the Italian coffee. Things heaps quicker. Yeah, but unfortunately, I've done that before. And made the mistake of, like, the Italian percolator, right? It comes in 2 parts. And if the bottom part is, like, literally boiling, I mean, it's a pain in the ass, but you've got to not burn your hands. And I've burnt my hands many times with that. Also, funny story for y'all, for everyone, but I remember okay, so you've got 2 parts. It's actually 3 parts, right? So the Italian percolator thing, you've got the base, you got your top, and under the top part, there's like a grill, right? So that for some reason, and there's like a rubber seal that, you know, pushes the water through to get the, you know, your percolated coffee through. I forgot to put that metal grill underneath. So what happened was the coffee literally, I'm talking coffee grounds, went up through the top part, blocked it, pressure built up in this thing. And don't ask me why I did this, it was under pressure, but I actually got a spoon and it literally exploded boiling coffee all over the freaking kitchen like a bomb going off. I'll never forget that. So you got to be careful with these things. Be careful with them, but that was hilarious. Let's have a look here. How long till the XRP pump? Patience. Patient Noops 6833 for sure. What do we got? Dusty right here. September 9th is when XRP will hit a new time high. That's basically when Judge Torres is going to give her final ruling, that's for sure. Let's have a look here. They don't want you getting rich. No, they don't. No, they don't. Did anyone win the ring yet? No, when I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'm giving away, where is it? This bad boy right here. Because we're all bullish, right? There you go. So when I hit 100,000 subscribers, that's getting to one lucky subscriber, that's for sure. How about a drum solo? Chris, no, it is 10:30 p.m. and I kid you not, if I was to jump on that and play, I will do it one day eventually, but I think the police would be around at my house like that and I'd probably get arrested live on air and we don't want to see that. That wouldn't be pretty. Gary, Mr. Burns. When do we get a drum solo? Yeah, cricket bats. Sorry, there we go. I forgot to put the water in at once. Yeah, I forgot to do that. I've done that many times. I forgot to put the water in it and it's just burning. It's burning. It's on fire. Let's have a couple more. Let's have a look. Evening from Singapore here. The heat here is killing me. Vincent, thank you for the comment. And yeah, it is freezing cold here in Melbourne at the moment. And definitely not looking forward to this winter. It's going to be cold here in Melbourne. Let's have a look here. How much for one of those silver rings? Jump on the website, AJT Official. You can go and have a look at that. Daytime drum solo. Yeah, I agree. After the flip, we will meet at Spa. Yes. After the switch is flipped, mate. I'm telling you right. Actually, I was going to say, like, there's the racing thing in Europe. Apparently, you can drive a Formula One car a few places in Europe. Actually, there's one in France and Spain, so I'll be definitely heading there, and to the Monaco Grand Prix. That's for sure. What if every subscriber here made two people? What is this? What if every subscriber here made two people join the party? Wow, that'd be crazy. 100%. That would definitely get it there a lot quicker, that's for sure. Anyway, Bulls, I've been on here for now an hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to head off now and chill out because I've had a chaotic day. But again, priority is speaking to my subscribers because you guys are, you know, incredible. And I really appreciate every single one of you. Anyway, make sure you stay bullish, continue to dollar cost average. And if you haven't joined the Wall Street Bull University, my official Patreon page, go join up. I've been posting up a lot of stuff in there. Anyway, I will speak to everyone tomorrow at some stage. It is an extremely busy weekend with Mother's Day. Make sure you go get your mums or partners or whatever it is a gift. If you don't, just treat yourself to something this weekend. Go and enjoy yourselves. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good night. And if, again, have a good night, a good afternoon, and a good morning. And if it's morning, go and have an espresso because I'm dying for one right now because I've run out of pods. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. Thank you to those 1,221 people that joined this live stream. I really appreciate every single one of you. Have a good night, guys. Take care of yourselves. Peace out. Bye.